broadcast live.
Peace, peace. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Yeah, welcome to Stogie T's Verse of the Month. We don't try to do this every month because there's a lot of music that comes out, and you know, I don't want to do like yo wackest verse of the year list. I don't want to point out niggas' weaknesses. I just want to talk about achievements and people who were dope, you know. So I have 8 people on my list. You know, I have 8 people on my list for this month, with one memorable kind of honorable mention. You know, my first honorable mention is the young boy Nasty C on Miss Cosmo's joint called Connect, and not so much for his verse. His verse was cool. It was really cool, but really for the hook, it's like the verse doesn't qualify. For me, it's like, yo, you can't put a hook as the best verse, but his hook is so strong and it's so dope. It's better than some people's verses, you know.
Talk a little crazy. Oh yeah. Me and all my homies. Oh yeah. Calling all the shots. Oh yeah. Barely calling home. No. Instagram captions. Yeah. Preach when you tag me. Still go to church and pray to God to let me speak like I have. Oh yeah.
So just as an honorable mention, I wanted to, you know, shout out the boy Nasty C from his Cosmos joint. I think it's like a second song, right? Like she did the remix. Yeah. Anyway, so shout out Miss Cosmo. Nasty C gets an honorable mention. So we do the list. And number 8 is Maraza. On Beast, the song called Where the Bread At.
Okay, pagaman, tagalan, figure makakapan, pagamas, sinas pagi pagaman, hamba na masyanya kapikanda, pasga makala, pagbambu pampak salik sa pagamakakabati. We've been on a wild goose chase.
You know, Maraza is somebody who's showed a lot of people, like, showed really comeback spirit, you know. He's had a kind of up and down career, but he's always been strong lyrically. On this song with Beast, he does the second verse, which is really strong, but to me what was noteworthy was the back and forth thing that they did with Beast. But his entries for his second verse on, or the second verse on Beast, the song called Where the Bread At. My number 7 goes to Cuesta, and also on Miss Cosmo's joint called Connect.
All I wanted was something to lose. Funny how I got it. They made jokes about me in school. Funny how I got him. Till the voice got hoarse, y'all didn't believe it. Funny how you bet it. Now look at a girl like, hey, come here then. Funny how she get it all the way up.
You know, Questa's a dude that's always been lauded as a guy with punchlines and whatnot. I think he kind of took a step back and, you know, and just did his, you know, signature, technically kind of layered verse, but there wasn't a line that kind of jumped out as like, oh, yo, crazy punchlines, you know, which is cool as well. He just kind of, you know, took a step back, but it's really technical, you know, like the rhyme scheme, the schemes were really, really beautiful, and he was always in pocket. I like that, and also that nigga just needs to clear his damn throat, bro. Like, it's enough already, bro. Like, it up in his hotel allowed. You know what I mean? Just like, you be all right, my G, you know? Talk to MT about some scissor or something. Number 6 was Kid X on P. Dot's joint called Come Have Fun With Us. I gave Kid X number 1 verse of the year like a couple years ago, because for a similar verse where, you know, he in this verse he's just talking about some party stuff, but the way he layers it is so unorthodox and so complex, bro. It's so layered that, like, not everyone, and I'll be pushed to say nobody really can write like that, bro. He just writes. He's got an unorthodox way where everything connects. When you think it's gonna fall off, the wheels come back on. It's incredible, man. I fuck with Kid X too, man. Hard body. On number 5, I got Youngster on a joint by the dude called Young Cannibal called Izinja, featuring Youngster and Zakwa.
I'm hanging these rappers in body bags. Just for that they will not get a naughty badge. Now they wanna cry. I'm the colored guy that'll skin his head and leave him circumcised. I'm a hood, but so fully loose Rottweiler. I got the machete for these radio compilers. They all liars, talking about 90%. I'm hearing Justin Bieber again at all these local events. Please forgive me.
Crazy youngster out of CPT, you know, talking his usual shit, respect CPT, fuck radio compilers, talking that, spitting that shit, bro. Again, I think youngster is probably one of the most consistent lyrically. He's really, really consistent. Like you're always gonna get strong bars from him. And also he's one of the most unique, you know. I mean, he's making that like Afrikaans colored kind of like accent really cool to like kids, you know. And that accent, by the way, is not just unique to Cape Town. It's, you know, colored communities all over the country. So yeah, shout out to him. Strong verse. Youngster gets number 5 spot for a song, Young Cannibal's song called Izinja. Number 4. Gets tricky now. It gets tricky. Again, Young Cannibal. For a Young Cannibal song, but this is Zakwe this time.
General movers I enter the best in the hood that would never angduza mongezwa back it up Google don't get out ingakeza ndusa zateza skupusa heha manje ngafuna ukujega yodabudu ebeleza kekeleza ziyakhona.
I just want to talk to Young Cannibal quick fast. Like, this is your joint, G. You got 2 people on your joint who absolutely slayed your ass. And God bless you. You're on the joint and you held your own. And again, not every song is about who's got the better verse, but it's rap music, G. You're not on my list, but you have Zakwe and Youngster on the list, and I feel like I'm happy you gave us a song because it's for the culture. But I feel like sometimes, man, you just gotta if you need to rewrite, go rewrite, B. But shout out to Young Cannibal. So Zakwe gets number 4 spot. Again, I think that Vernac rap has kind of gotten a little bit of a beating recently. I think that cats, because a lot of Vernac guys are doing like trap stuff, like like the Ambitious and whatnot vibes. People are like, where are the bars with the Vernac cats? And Zakwe will always hold it down. If Zakwe releases a song every month this year, it's gonna make my list just because that dude is that dope, And also, I mean, we have a great tradition of Vernac spitters. I mean, all from KO to like Pro Kid to like, to even Questa. I think so. It's good to see like, man, the Vernac still holding it down, right? Speaking of that, my number 3 choice is Beast for his joint called Where the Bread At, where Maraza was on the list.
Snatch the whole loaf and sabuz no good say saban except fan Lentom shazan si kala sasngana plan. Straight from underground into the war, no Marican manje. Ubuting pelumo ye man come on. Angchele wena wagway boni Beast enganankan. Mumfise loku bige eba bugatu ngaliman. Zoveleng popu ngakaphela unyako kwadiwo halkwasba.
I think like Beast is crazy, man. Beast takes me back to the days of Slaches, just like straight up like, cold rapping, cold bars, just killing shit, He's part of a group called Select Play, which includes Lasty, a guy called Lasty, and a guy called Telaman that I'm sure you guys are familiar with. Really cool group from out of KZN. It's dope to have like an incredible KZN spitter, and I think Beast is on the come up. Y'all should listen to that if you're into that, just like that raw hip hop shit. Like this is your shit. So Beast number 3 for his song featuring Maraza called Where the Bread At. All right, it gets tricky now. I'm gonna take a bite out the sushi because it's finna get tricky real quick. Number 2. Rouge. For, once again, Miss Cosmo's joint called Connect.
Y'all were never ready for the shit I'm about to bring. We got that new school with them bitches giving side like a drive-through. Call me the problem, mayday, mayday. Yo, them girls gonna learn like I'm sensei. J'ai mon flou si tu coupes mon français. We eating the rappers for dinners and entrees. Yo, sleep on the.
And here's the thing, right? Like, I think it's really dope that like you get multiple songs on the list, because it means that cats are like, I'm not gonna get buried on this song. So you know, you have one song with like 3 verses that are like cold, you know, and I think it's dope. And also like shout out to Miss Cosmo, because I know that when we did the list last year, she had a couple entries from the remix that she did of Now or Never. So shout out to her for keeping the culture alive, the culture of lyricism, you know. I love this joint. I love the song, but I absolutely love Rouge's verse. So classy. She doesn't do too much. She doesn't over rap. She doesn't try to. She kind of sings. She does some melodic stuff there. There's a punchline here and there. It's so classy, man. So grown up from like what she did last year, where it was like, yo, I'm gonna prove to the boys that I can rap and everyone, you know what I mean? Now she's like, hey, I've got a chair now. I'm in the restaurant, you know what I mean? So shout out to Miss Rouge, absolutely dope. Salute to you, number 2. This close to being number 1, but shout out to you for Miss Cosmo's joint called Connect. And our number 1 is, man, such a proud moment for me, yo. The number 1 verse for January 2017, Stogie T's verse of the month list, is also the youngest person on the list. You know, this dude's been on a come up. I think so many people have had meteoric rises in the last year or 2, that his kind of like come up has kind of been in the shadows, you know. But every time somebody hears him, they go, who that? Yo, who's that? Oh yeah, I know that kid. Shout out to Kid Tini. Kid Tini got the number 1 verse for January for his joint featuring Kid X and P. Dot, called Lord Have Mercy. Ooh, even the title is bars. Lord Have Mercy.
I'm on my Machiavelli, bitch. Miss me with that trap shit. Shit you couldn't match with. Tell them pick the casket. One for every nigga they gon' put me on a track with. We fucking up the game. You only winning cause the match fixed. I'm still spitting them Britons. She couldn't drop sober. Highly respected cosigns from a co-stoner. Told you before, we ain't stopping till we yawn. It's ironic how I had a barrier so you could cross over and pass away. I'm that nigga you maggots pray wasn't given the time of day. I'm a rhyming the track away from the ground. And I ain't bigger, I'm just harder to ignore. Drop a bar and get applauded by the artists you adore. And I still get on and murk them. Drop a verse, they can't rehearse. Ain't no disturbance when I'm working. Hit the target while they searching for that bullseye. Said I'm rhyming circles round your circles. Raps on heavy rotation, shape up or sigh in amazement. How the most underrated wake up and body your favorite. Analyze how the paralyzed gave a standing ovation. I told him.
Crazy. So if I told you there's a joint out there with P. Dot, Kid X, and Kid Tini, you'd probably be like, yo, bars. Second, you'd probably go out on a limb and say, I know who got that. You'd be wrong. Because Kid Tini got that. By a mile too. By a mile too. I almost stopped listening after his verse. When the other 2 guys rapped, I was like, what a moment in the beginning, you know? So shout out to Kid Tini. Absolutely magnificent verse. Strong, confident, like beyond his age, man. Like, you know what I mean? Really cool. In fact, I would suggest, yo, shout out to tinism.com, but I would suggest don't take any more pictures of the kid, because when we see the kid, we don't believe. So don't take any pictures of the kid. Let the, you know, just put a logo next time. You know what I mean? Because when we see that kid, the kid don't look like he sang, bro. It's like, it's insane. But yo, shout out to tinism.com. Shout out to Kid Tini, my number 1 pick for January. Stogie T's list verse of the month.